Do we see Ben Simmons soon? What do we see in Brooklyn with Ben Simmons? What do you think?
Yeah, mixed messages. It sounds like he's feeling a little better. The back issue is legitimate, and it is a disc problem. And then he was having problems down his leg as well. So whatever feeling there was in the lower back had continued into the lower extremities. I think they're still encouraged that he's going to be able to play at some point, but they're running out of time. There just are not a whole lot of games left. We're talking about 2 weeks left in the regular season. So the big term that we hear around the NBA is the ramp up, and this has been a very long ramp up for Ben Simmons. They don't believe that it's going to be an issue integrating him, but until you see him with Kyrie, with KD, with the rest of the team, it's hard to evaluate what they're going to be. The crazy part, Rich, they could get clipped in the play-in round. They could, if they go against a hot player or a hot team or the circumstances aren't to their advantage, or they could win the whole thing.
Yes.
Like, the parameters are really wide right now for this team, which I think for the NBA is actually intriguing, and that's part of the reason why you have this play-in round, to get more fan bases around the country interested in this and create more opportunities for a team to go on a run.
Yeah, I would proffer to say Trae Young might be the last person they'd want to see in the play-in game.
No part of that guy in a one-game format. Everything that I just learned and all these years of doing the NCAA tournament,
yes,
one game,
yes,
anything can happen.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But, I mean, Seth Curry was a heck of an addition, and Andre Drummond has certainly come to the fore, right? Aldridge is coming back, and I don't know, there's no such thing as a ceremonial, first tip, but if there was, I think they'd have the mayor of New York come and provide it, right? If there's such a thing.
That's rather interesting, yes. I think they still feel confident that they can play with anybody, and if they get their team out there in time to do this, that they could go on a run and win the whole thing. But it's hard to make that proclamation when you just haven't seen it consistently. The Phoenix Suns show you every time that they play, with Chris Paul, without Chris Paul. They have championship mettle. This team is motivated, highly motivated, to prove that what they're doing in the regular season is real, and it's going to translate in the postseason. The Nets have had such an odd, obscure regular season that I have no idea what the carryover is going to be if they can just flip the switch and turn it on for the playoffs. They have Kevin Durant, so they're going to be able to compete with anybody. But can they win it? Can they win 4 games in 4 straight series amidst what has been a highly inconsistent regular season?
So then,
that's the question.
So then the last one for you is, which is the best team you've seen with your own 2 eyes calling games for the Nets? Who do you?
I mean, I've seen the Suns in person, and I'm just thoroughly impressed with their confidence level and the level in which they execute, and also the coaching dynamic with the players, Chris Paul's leadership, all of that. They've been the most impressive team I've seen, but I've seen Boston playing at a really high level. The Robert Williams injury is a big hit today. I've seen Milwaukee play at a ridiculously high level when everything's clicking. I saw Philadelphia roll in an impressive performance. I've seen Utah play excellent basketball. I just think it's a fun backdrop right now in the NBA that you don't have the guarantee team that you say, that's it, no one's touching them. There are enough debates that can go on, especially in the Eastern Conference, that we might see a surprise team emerge here. Miami's going through some stuff. Clearly,
yes,
there's something going on there. So
I did not know. I honestly did not know the Jimmy Butler, Udonis Haslem, Eric Spoelstra set to was like an Oscars preview. I had no earthly idea.
That was legit. And then last night, while I got home from Philadelphia, happened to be watching that live that you're alluding to.
Yes, sir.
And there was a moment, it didn't take long for me, but there was a moment where you just think, oh, it's a bit. Like Chris Rock hung in there, and he didn't react. So, yeah, this must be the bit. And then the reaction after you realize this was not a bit.
You're a live TV guy, so you know the delay that when you know what dumping out of the live television feed and audio looks like, and that was one of the longest I've ever seen last night. Unreal.
Yeah, and when you get a text right afterwards from people who are like, check out the Japanese feed. I'm like, everything. I'm like, oh wow, they don't care. They dump nothing. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, Australia too. There's the Aussie rules. That was quite something.
Yeah, good day, mate. I was impressed.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.